Okay, so as a single father, I've learned there's like a distinction to being a single dad, and that's I can't be overeager volunteering for Friday night sleepovers. Yeah, like because of my overeagerness and because we live in Reno, because houses are like fucking virtually unaffordable, I have to kind of downsize my scare to the apartment core. And so every Friday night, the kids fucking cry to their parents that black slender man is lurking about the apartment and shit. And it's just me because I'm fucking big as fuck and I kind of keep forgetting when I approach you, I scare people, Yeah, man. I've been single and recently I've been going out, and I find that black women are dating the light-skinned guys because they want to piss off black dudes. And I'm learning this because every time I go on dates and shit, they treat me like I'm a circus animal. They're like, hey, Brandon, do that trick you light-skinned people do that thing. And I'm like, what's that trick? Be sensitive, talk about your feelings. Talk about your childhood, Let's go shopping. We should try to, do things like that. Let's go get pampered. And I'm like, what the fuck? That sounds awesome. Yes, I would love to do that. Yeah. How did you know? I know, I feel like I'm just like a pawn in their game because what ends up happening is some fuck like a Jaquez just comes back into their life and he does all the things that she's always wanted him to do, and I'm just kicked off to the side. And all those fucking light-skinned memes were fucking sliding against the wall. You Got It Bad by Usher in the background, just trying to figure out what the fuck happened again. Like, why are you stomping my heart? Oh shit, here, sorry about that. Yeah. So I find that women who refer to the toilet as gotta use the can, I think that you ladies piss standing up and like you take that like extra skin or whatever that is and like you have like just fucking precise aim, It's like also like you have achieved a level of testosterone that I don't believe I'll ever be able to get to. I think a guy like me, if I ever said I gotta use the can, I might piss sitting down just so I can even out the balance. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like women like that fucking scare me. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I could never date a woman that strong, I feel like a chick like that's like in her garage working on a fucking car or got a plane in the background or some shit. Maybe I'll get like a little playhouse set or something. Again, it's just because she would fucking intimidate me. Yeah, man. How many couples are in here right now? We have a lot of couples? Yeah. Alright, so I got an important question I gotta ask here. Yeah, so like, how do you guys feel like about ass eating? Alright, Elsie likes it, there we go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, ass eating has become like the new oral sex. I cannot get down with that. I just cannot get down with like fucking putting whipped cream and just like putting my face in someone's asshole and eating it. I don't know, I know you're eating pizza and shit, but I mean, think about it, that's coming out, right? Like, people do this shit, And one of my best friends, he tries to convince me to do it. He's like, Brandon, man, like, I love just like freshly showered ass. You gotta try it like that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, we don't want to do that. Me, the kind of guy I am, I wanna bring back the classics, ladies. For you, instead of eat your ass, I wanna fuck you and not call you back. All right? Yeah. I wanna fucking, instead of tongue and booty hole and shit, let me promise you the world, and I would love to just massively underdeliver for you. Like, that's the kind of guy I want to be for you, and I want you to let me do that. All right? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, man. So we got a lot of Michael's on dating apps and shit. How many people here tonight are on Hinge? How many guys are on Hinge? Oh yeah, we got all these couples. You guys are like fucking napping and I'm not.
Just for one.
Yeah. Man, so like, yeah, on Hinge, man, ladies, I noticed you guys go through these like transformations and shit, that like, you start off in like these thong bikinis on old dudes' boats getting drunk and shit, and then like, you all like love Tahoe, like all the winter sports, you guys go to, and then now you love dogs, everything's about, oh my god, I love your dog, let me see your dog, I'm not swiping right on you, I'm swiping right on your dog. And I'm just like, fuck you, alright? Like, I fucking tried on this. But I started to think about a deeper psychology to why ladies, you might like dogs, honestly. And I think men, because we've been like such pricks since like eternity, ladies are just like, let's just get that guy out of the fucking way. Let's just go straight to the dog. Let's just fuck that thing. It's always horny. It's fucking loyal. It'll sleep in bed. It'll eat whatever you give it. And it has like the right amount of toxicity for you. Like, it'll like fuck the neighbor's dog, might run away for you to kind of just like build up that love and how much you miss it, and it'll come back to you, As men, we're dogs and we would never do that for you, Oh shit, I got my next joke here, sorry. Yeah, man, so being single and being 32, I realized that like, I had missed a lot of red flags. You know, like, I would probably do anything for pussy, to be honest with you. And like, my friends usually notice things about the women that I date before I do. Like, before I was dating a female officer, and like, my friends thought it was a bad idea, but I'm like, no, it's not, dude. Because like, but what happened was, every time there was a crime, she'd always call me and just ask me where I was, you know, what I was wearing. You know, she wanted all those details. She'd ask me like, who are you hanging out with? What are they up to? She wanted their specs, their height and shit, read the ID, all that. And I'm like, dude, she's being really overprotective, actually. Like, I fucking like that. Like, my girl fucking arresting and protecting the city, right? And she'd even go above and beyond and come pick me up in her squad car. And she chauffeured me around and shit. And you know, I started to understand my friends thought she was racist, and I started thinking like, maybe you guys are right, because she'd always have me in handcuffs and stuff, you know? And she always kept saying it was for her safety, but I'm like, you're my girl, like, what do you mean? You know? And I also was like dating a fucking artist, and like, what was cool about her was she had some very abstract drawings. See, my friends thought she was drawing swastikas, and I was like, nah, bro, like, no, what she's doing is, she's drawing these lines and like they meet in the middle, and it's like a path of 4 ways we can go in life, and they always go a right angle and shit. It's not a swastika, bro. Like, no, well, it's Reno, guys. I date a lot of racist white women out here. It's, you know, it's like a 6 out of 10 shot, you know. Yeah, and then like when I don't want to be like online for dating and shit, what I end up doing is I, you know, have this like awesome method of just going back to the classics, because I love to read. So what I do, I'll, you know, get this book off my shelf. It's this Russian book, and it's in all Russian language. And I'll go to a coffee shop, and you know, I'll get a coffee, sit at a table, and I open the book, and I'm just like, you know, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and I go all the way up to 15, and then I flip the page. And the goal is to look sophisticated and look distinguished, because I find when doing that, I'm attracting 2 types of women in this town. Strippers and, you know, girls who work at Paul Mitchell Beauty School. And like, it's fucking awesome, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing, because like the strippers approach me with a confidence I don't know that I'll ever have, you know? They fucking get straight to the point, they ask me what my dick does, you know, because I'm so fucking tall. My legs are like a fucking miniature stripper pole. They do this little dance to show me that they can pop lock and drop it. And then the girls at the fucking, you know, Paul Mitchell school, like, they fucking hook this shit up, all right? Like, you know, I got one with daddy issues, the other with mommy issues. It's just like the beautiful world that I'm in, you know? Like, completely cycle, you know? Yeah, man, so as you guys can see, you know, like fucking, you know, tall here, you know, and, you know, back in high school, I, like, learned that between white people and black people, you know, you guys view sports so differently, honestly, like, whether playing or even getting cut from a team. So like, white people, you know, like if you get cut from a team, the coach, you know, he's willing to work with you. You know, he'll let you know, like, hey, listen, buddy, these other guys, you know, their dads, they love them, they've been there for them, they got money to, like, you know, put them in the sport, you know, teach them and everything, and you didn't have that. You know, you don't have the fundamentals, and what I'm gonna do, kid, I'm gonna put you on that team, I'm gonna build you up and get you there. Sounds fucking awesome, really supportive, really empowering, right? But see, being, you know, half black and going to a black high school, I didn't get that type of privilege. Like, I got cut from the basketball team when I was in 10th grade, right? And the gym, though it was so fucking quiet the day that happened that you would have thought someone stepped on someone's brand new Air Force Ones. It was like really fucking like something. And so the next day, I come back to school, it's quiet in the classroom, and I sit down, and the kid next to me is like, I heard your 6'7" ass can't dunk, bitch. I was just like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And so my teacher started passing back the test and stuff, right? And I get my test, I get an F, and I'm like, I think I got an A on this. He's like, play me for it. I was like, come on, man, I earned that A. He's like, earn this basket, bitch. You know? And then like that night, I was hanging out with my crush, and you know, we were having a really magical time. You know, the kind of time that you have like you would with a high school sweetheart, thinking maybe this could be the one. You know, I go to sleep and I wake up to a text, and it's like, I should have sucked your dick last night, but I heard you can't play defense, so I sucked somebody else's dick. You know, like, what the fuck, where do they do that at? Yeah, shit, man. Fuck. Yeah, and then someone, okay. Yeah, man, so like, you know, back when I was in high school, you know, I also ended up going to an all-white high school for a portion of time, and, you know, at the time, I like learned that I scared white people, because I kind of take it back to, you know, because I'm so tall and shit, I'll just come up behind you, start tapping you on the shoulder, and, you know, start talking to you that you have to fucking do this to me. And whenever I have a conversation with white people, what I would do is I put on like some 80s music and shit, like that real hardcore, like, you know, that Stone, what was it, Tears for Fears, like Shout, some AC/DC. Because the goal was I wanted these people to know that I understood their psychology. I could get into your mind too and get hyped off that same shit too, you know? And what I loved about it was the fact that, you know, because I'm from St. Louis, that, you know, I think I scared off potential school shooters, you know? Like, what would end up happening is the fact that, like, because of these confrontations, school shooters would want to shoot the school up the day black people wouldn't be there. So they were thinking they targeted, you know, Martin Luther King Day and 420 and Juneteenth and like every other Friday. And I like to look at that, like, I think I was saving lives, you know, by being me, you know? All right, guys, my name's Brandon Ford. Thank you so much for your time.